Hey guys, Snacko Airsoft here. Originally wasn't going to do a video on this, but I have received a couple of requests from local guys and on a couple of forums that I'm on, so I wanted to show you guys what I got here. This is the Mawl C1 Plus. That's a repro that I received from a guy on AliExpress. This was the box that it came in. You can see there are some operating instructions on the back here. Like I said, this isn't an unboxing video, but I ran across a couple of things on this that concerned some people, and that was mainly with the function of this. It does not function anything like the real steel Mawl, and I went ahead and broke it open and took a look at it, and it's actually a pretty simple fix for any of you that know the issue with it. So whenever you turn it on, it requires that you hold down the button for the laser to activate. And that's for both the IR and the visible functions. So right now I have it in the strobe mode. I can switch it to the low power mode. But again, you have to hold down the button for approximately 4 seconds and then the laser will turn off. That's, again, the same with the IR. And a lot of people were really frustrated with that because they wanted a momentary IR laser function, and after tinkering with it a little bit, I found out that first of all, the IR light is worthless. It's not even worth having, even if you are in a enclosed space. You barely have any illumination from it whatsoever. So the laser itself is actually pretty good. So what I went ahead and did is I messed with the wiring and made it so that the laser is a momentary on, and it took away the light function because, in my opinion, the light is worthless. So I'm going to take this apart for you guys today and show you how to get into it and what to do to activate that momentary laser function. All right, now that we have this opened up, you can see all of the electronics on the inside here. This right here is the main board that it's attached to, and I don't claim to know a whole lot about these electronics here. However, I do know enough to know that, well, this wire goes to this light. So what I'm going to show you is how this all works. So if you want to just grab by the edge of this plastic piece here and just go ahead and pop it out of the main body, and you'll notice that in here is several sets of wires. Now, what I figured out is obviously the red black on both sides are power supplies. Don't mess with those. These in the middle are switch wire functions. So if you just remove them and replace them with the switch that you want, then you will get your momentary laser function. These two wires right here belong to the IR light. And I chose to go ahead and just remove that because when you switch these wires out and you attempt to turn on the IR light, the board recognizes that as not the correct input, and it will flash the IR light and immediately turn it off. The IR light is pretty worthless in my opinion, so I just went ahead and removed it anyways to get rid of that headache. So whenever you want to remove these wires, just take some tweezers, and then you'll just pull up on one of these little plastic pieces right here. Some people will say that you need a special tool for this. It's easy enough to do with this. So you just gently pull up on that plastic piece without breaking it, and that wire will slide right out. If for whatever reason you want to put everything back the way it was, then I would recommend taking a picture of this setup before you take it apart. But whenever you want to replace them, you simply just put the corresponding color back to where it's supposed to go, and it'll just pop right in like this. Again, I removed the IR light portion, but the IR laser portion, these two wires right here, and whenever you click the fire button, it is now a momentary on instead of having to wait that 4 seconds for the laser to come on with a bright IR LED. And that's really it. So far it's a solid setup, making a couple of tweaks, and it's worth the $150 that I spent for it for a reproduction, especially for you Airsoft guys out there. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Try to answer them as much as I can. Thank you.